Today we're going to be showing you about a product which is very near and dear to all of us here, and that is Grow More. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the water-soluble stuff, the Hula Bloom and the Hawaiian Bud. They do all of their analysis and testing in-house, so not only are you going to be getting a superior product at a much lower price point, you're also going to be getting a product that has been laboratory tested, and you can definitely stand by the NPK numbers that are on these labels. If you've ever used Beastie Blooms from Fox Farm, then you know how important a hardener is. This is as good, if not superior to that product, at a fraction of the cost. And when I say a fraction of the cost, I mean this stuff literally costs about a third as much and has the same application rates. So this is definitely something that you're going to want to be using when you hit around week 5 to week 6 in your cycle, whereas the Hawaiian Bud Food is something that you're going to want to use like your trigger. You're going to start this around week 1 or week 2. And we recommend that you use with both of these products throughout your cycle is the Mendocino Honey. This stuff is awesome. It smells good, it does the job great, it provides those carbohydrates and sugars that your plant needs to thrive. If you've used Strap from Botanicare, if you have used Humboldt Honey from Humboldt Nutrients, you are going to love this product. Again, sticking with Grow More's philosophy of making a high quality product at a lower price, this is definitely the stuff for you. They keep it simple, and for the growers that know them, they won't turn away. They won't go anywhere else. These are superior products, laboratory tested, field tested, sold in over 70 countries around the world. People who know trust this product because it's a great product. This is a product that is also going to accomplish the hardening and the increased production of essential oils and resins and things like that. The really exciting part about this, beside the fact that it's mostly kelp derived, is that the application rates are incredibly low. This bottle right here goes a very, very long ways. What you do with this product in combination with your Mendocino Honey and your Hula Bloom towards the last part of your cycle, you're going to do about 3 weeks prior to harvest, you're going to do 1 to 2 milliliters per gallon. That's it. 1 to 2 milliliters per gallon and only 3 consecutive waterings. So obviously a huge gallon jug like this is going to go a really long way in your reservoir for you. And because the application rates are so low, you never have to worry about it burning anything. It's a great product when teamed up with the Mendocino Honey and the Hula Bloom all together. You're going to have a 1, 2, 3 punch to get those babies as dense as you could possibly imagine. So what's really going to surprise you about this is that you can buy this bottle, and this bottle for just slightly more than you would spend on 1 2-pounder of the Beastie Blooms. Now that's a significant savings, and anybody who's used the Beastie Blooms as a hardener will tell you that this stuff works pretty well. Another product here, which is essential to use throughout your cycle, this is the Biozine. And in terms of enzymes that are out there for helping to break down dead root masses, for helping to transfer energy and all those decomposing things into your plant so it can actually use it, this is by far one of the most competitively priced enzymes on the market right now. 1/3 of the price of Hydrozyme, if you can believe that, with a lower application rate, and it's also laboratory guaranteed, and all the analysis done in-house by Grow More. Another advantage of going with a large company like Grow More like this is that you can be confident that what is in there is actually in there. The NPK ratings are all there, the application rates. Most of the time it's even lower application rate than their competitors. The level of transparency that they provide is essential. I mean, everybody wants to know exactly what's going into their garden. This isn't one of those companies that's just going to tell you it's frequency water. They're going to actually tell you what's in there. And if you notice on the back of every single one of these, or on the lid in this case, you will see a batch code. This is going to date it because, as we all know, nutrients don't last forever and they do have a shelf life. And putting a batch code on there is an excellent way of being able to tell when your nutrients were produced and whether or not they're still viable. That is to say, whether or not the numbers on the label are still there. Now, with your water-soluble nutrients, you really don't have to worry about the expiration date as much as you do with your liquid nutrients. But again, these are highly concentrated liquid nutrients with a batch code on there, so you never have to worry about, oh, is this bottle 2 months old, 3 months old, a year old? Although things never sit around for that long on our shelves, for some gardeners they do. Here we have our Grow More Nutrients Mendocino Honey. Probably one of the better selling products that we've had all year long. This is something you can use throughout your cycle. It does have a little bit of NPK to it, but not a whole lot. So this product is not just going to provide you with carbohydrates and sugar. If you look there at the ingredients on the side, you'll see there's not only yucca extract, molasses, seaweed extract, there's also going to be a little bit of volcanic ash, which is going to provide a small amount of micronutrients, which we all know are very beneficial for our plants as well. Here's a product that we only found out about recently when Dexter was nice enough to give me a phone call and ask me if I was willing to try out a new product that they hadn't really tested in the market yet. Of course, they tested it in the lab and out in the field and all those things, but not a lot of people had been using this yet until we got our hands on it. Great product. Now this product was specifically formulated to increase the development of blooms and flowers, the size and yield weight of your flowers. Here we have the Mendocino Avalanche, another really great product. This product actually won the 2013 Product of the Year from a huge distribution company that we all have heard of, I'm sure, Sunlight Supplies. This stuff not only helps to develop dense formations of flowers. Take a look, if you will, at this word right here on the label. It says flower hardener. Grow More is the only company, nutrient company, that I'm aware of that went through the trouble with the state of California to register this as a flower hardener. That means they actually went through the process to register this product and prove that it does what it says. And let me be the first to tell you, they're not lying. This stuff works. It helps to increase the production of essential oils, compactness in flowers, and closeness in flowering sites. It even has micronutrients in it, which is something that you very rarely see in a hardener. This is the first label that I've personally seen that actually says flower hardener on there.
And it's the only company that we know of in the state of California that's allowed to use that term.
Here we have another wonderful product from Grow More. This is the Biozine. You'll notice there's a picture of some roots on there. Now, traditionally what your enzymes are set up to do is to help break down dead root mass and be able to assimilate what's left of that into the plant. So they benefit from breaking down the old roots. I know this isn't something that everybody likes to think about or even say out loud, but the whole time that the plant is growing, even under optimal conditions, there is still a small fraction of your root mass that's going to be dying off on a daily basis. Now, this is through no fault of our own. You see it in aeroponics, hydroponics, and in soil. Just like your skin is constantly regenerating, and your hair and your fingernails and all those things, your plant is doing the same thing. And obviously we can't get in there and trim the plant's fingernails, so to speak, of the roots. So this is the product that you use to help metabolize all those things so that the plant can achieve its maximum potential and continue to grow new and massive root growth. May 23rd, 2013 was when this stuff was born. You know, it doesn't get any better than that. You actually know when it was created. What you see here is the Hawaiian Bud Food. This stuff is great. This is something that we use as a trigger here at Monster Gardens. This is something that you want to use in the very early stages of flowering so that you can induce more profuse growth with less stretching. That's why the nitrogen levels are so low on this. You don't want to have high nitrogen when you start flowering, because then things have a tendency to stretch out and get completely out of control. Maybe not a problem for those of us who are growing outside, but for the indoor gardener, that can be a problem when height is limited. This is a product that's going to help you limit the vertical growth, encourage more profuse flowering, to have more dense clusters of flowers closer together, which is what we're all looking for. There are directions on here for weekly feedings. So if you're the type of person that doesn't have 2 or 3 hours every day to dedicate to your garden, this is something that'll help you get that done so that you can just fertilize once a week and then just focus on getting your plants the water that they need and let this guy do its job on focusing on nutrition.
Cool. All of the best grow products in the world are available at monstergardens.com. Please use the link below the screen.